Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a review of this soft shell jacket from Cannae Pro Gear. Now right off the bat, full disclosure, I did not pay for this jacket. These were actually provided to Spartan Training Concepts, and then since I am one of the adjunct instructors there, they went ahead and provided me with one just because this is what they have their instructors wear. Now I've had this thing for close to a year. I've worn it a bunch. You've probably seen it in a bunch of videos, and I can just say right off the bat, I really like this thing. There's a lot of really cool features that make it clear that the people who designed this were people that carry guns and use guns on a regular basis. There is maybe one or two tweaks I would make to this, but that said, I think it's a really great option. So let me go ahead and get into some of the features that I really like about it. First up, you'll see that there's plenty of places for storage. There's these little chest pockets, which I honestly don't use much anymore. However, I can say that when I was a crew chief in the Air Force working on the flight line, I did wear, or I did put stuff in pockets like this a lot, just because they were ready access for me. So if you so choose to put stuff in there, identification or whatever else, they are there for you. You also do have a small little pocket up here that goes in behind this Velcro patch, and again, you have spots to put stuff there. These, it's only on this one side, but pockets like this are really popular for people who have to wear some sort of load-bearing equipment or stuff to where they can't actually access pockets like this one. Now you do have these Velcro patches on both arms. As you can see, I got a Fiocchi patch on this side and then one of the Cannae Pro Gear patches on this side. So for those of you who have a patch wall and you have a bunch of patches that you like to show off, you can absolutely do it with this. I'll have to measure what it is. It looks probably like a 4x4 patch. You know, pretty much whatever patch you have, it'll fit in these spots. Speaking of Velcro, you do have hook and loop here on the wrists. So if you want to tighten up the tension around your wrists, if you want to really seal it up, you can do that. I typically have them pretty loose, and that's just kind of what works for me. It's what's the most comfortable, and just kind of my own preference. Now, one of the other nice things about this thing is it does do a really good job of repelling rain. Here in Oregon, it obviously rains a lot, and when it is raining, this is typically going to be my go-to jacket, just because again, the water just runs off it really well. It doesn't get soaked and then keep me wet even once I get inside. The rain just kind of runs off it, at least again for the amount of time that I've used it. Now I also make an effort to not actually put jackets like this or my Gore-Tex or anything like that in the washing machine, just to prevent it from eliminating that moisture resistance. I know there are ways of kind of getting it back, but again, I just try to avoid it if I can. Before I forget, also, they do have pockets on either side that you have access to. Very reasonably sized. They do zip up and down. So if you have something that you don't want to fall out or something you want to help get away from the rain, you can zip them up and keep them sealed up. But again, typically I'll have them unzipped just so I can throw my hands in them easy, because not in the military anymore, so I can get to put my hands in my pockets whenever I want to. So let's go ahead and get to the feature that is my favorite about this soft shell jacket, and what I think sets it apart from other jackets on the market and demonstrates that it was created by people who use and carry guns on a regular basis. So on the sides of this jacket, there's these little zippers here, which make it so that you can really easily pick up the front of your shirt to be able to get to whatever type of gun you have. Now, this does also make it easier to get to a 4 o'clock position if you have a gun there too, but me carrying appendix, this is really ideal, because when you don't have that, a lot of times these soft shell jackets, you can definitely still get to your gun, but you have to fight with it a lot more to clear it, to be able to get a good secure grip on your gun. But again, when you have these zipped up on the side, it really eliminates any obstruction. Now, if you guys saw the video I did with the PQC1 drill, or the pistol qualification course here in Oregon, you guys saw me use this a lot, and it made drawing out very easy. But in case you didn't see that, I'm going to go ahead and just demonstrate it a couple times here today, just so you can see how easy it is to draw with these little zippers here on the side that make pulling up your jacket a dream. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there is like maybe one or two things that if the people at Cannae came to me and said, hey, how would you improve this jacket, things that I would change. Really the main one being, I wish they had the zippers under your armpit that you get with a lot of other like Gore-Tex style jackets, because this thing is actually really good at keeping your heat in, especially on like a day, you know, maybe in the 60s or something like that, 50s or 60s here in Oregon, and I'm wearing this jacket. I'll actually get to the point where I'm so warm that I find myself having to like open up the jacket because this thing holds your heat really, really well. So I wish that they had the under armpit zippers just so that would help allow some of that heat to dissipate maybe when it's a little bit warmer out but it's raining, so you want something with the ability for the water to slough off like you get with this jacket. And actually, so I'm racking my brain trying to think of something else that I would change, and I can't really think of anything. It would just be those under armpit things, and really that's not a deal breaker because, you know, I wear this jacket on a very regular basis. Now I do sometimes find when it's really cold, like right now, when it's in the it's like mid-30s today, I think. Sometimes I will find myself putting a jacket on underneath this, like some sort of zip-up hoodie or something underneath this, and I'll wear it over it just for the rain repellent aspect of it. But I mean, even right now, other than my hands, which I keep putting in my pockets to stay warm, I feel comfortable right now. Now, if I was out here for several hours, you know, I'll probably want something else, but it seems fine for me right now. So if you're interested in any of these jackets, what I'll do is I'll put a link down below to Cannae Pro Gear's website. As you guys know, I have a bunch of their backpacks, a bunch of their other stuff, and I'm a really big fan. You can tell that there is a lot of attention to detail in the construction, and I think you really get your money's worth when you buy stuff from Cannae Pro Gear. So again, I'll have their link below. I do also have one of their pullovers, like the fleece kind of style pullovers, and I'll probably do a review on that. I don't wear it as much as I do this one just because this is kind of my favorite one. So I guess take that for what that is. So, you know, if you're looking for a soft shell jacket like this one, does not have a hood, just FYI if I didn't mention that earlier. But if you're looking for a jacket like this one that's really designed around people who carry a gun, look no further than the one from Cannae Pro Gear. Really, really big fan of it, and I would definitely recommend it myself. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and throw those in the comment section down below. I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can if you guys feel so inclined. I do have a Patreon page. I'll have a link to that if you want to go there and check that out to support my channel. But anyway, with all that said, as always, I hope you're able to get something out of this video, and I really appreciate you watching.